this is the Black White Soul, and this is my thoughts and impressions of the new episode of Doctor Who. Bum-ba-dum, 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 bum-ba-dum. Yeah, let's just start off really simply. Intro. I liked aspects of it, like the actual beginning animation things. I really liked the clockwork theme and motif. I didn't quite like it as much when it was the stretched face of the clock spiralling. I would have preferred that to be like the time vortex, the bluey, reddy, timey-wimey, squiggly-wibbly thing. Quite like the new take on the music. Of course, those angry eyebrows coming through. Intro I liked. The Doctor's final costume he was wearing in the final scenes, I quite liked it. It's quite a simple, but it's a very sort of more older and sophisticated style. I actually kind of like that kind of jacket. Yeah, let's use my hands down here when they're not even in screen. I think some people might have been a bit angry it was like started off with an episode with the Victorian detectives, but I think they were necessary to this story because the Doctor was not really the Doctor, Clara was not herself, so you needed some recognisable characters to ground the whole story, sort of anchor those two in sort of a more stable environment. Because the Doctor started off very Matt Smith and just disoriented, memories all haywire, and as it progressed he slowly sort of found himself, and Clara was just out of sorts at the beginning and just literally heartbroken. Her boyfriend wasn't there, she was just fighting with her own emotions for the whole episode. So these three characters were really necessary to sort of anchor that down, and frankly Drax? No, not Drax the Destroyer from Guardians of the Galaxy. Strax! His comic relief was quite needed because it was quite heavily emotions going on with a brand new Doctor, and it just needed to alleviate the stress of the situation every now and then. A nice simple murder mystery kind of plot going on, and it was an episode, a brand new episode, but it harkened back to previous ones with sort of subtle references. You sort of probably could have figured it out on the way through. There was no sort of massive mystery to figure out, it was just more getting these two characters to have to deal with something while they're dealing with their own issues. The antagonist of the episode, he was kind of creepy, and actually he did his role really well as like a upgraded hybrid of human parts and robot bits who's gotten so confused over the centuries and centuries of just having to upgrade and all that mingling in his robotic mind with fleshy minds. And yeah, he was quite a sympathetic antagonist by the end. I thought it was a well-structured episode. Everyone got a bit of time. Clara and the Doctor got to have their tension and then sort of slowly relax into each other while understanding their new character roles. Bad guy was scary, but I had a point. Very sympathetic villain because you don't want the Doctor going straight into someone that's purely evil. It was someone that actually had a purpose, why he was doing it. Dinosaur might have been a bit unnecessary, but it was just a big bombastic. I'll go with bombastic thing to just have a quick attention grab and just a giant spectacle there just to kick off the series. Good episode. Tell me what you think. I will say there was one thing I was definitely not expecting. That was the phone call. I was not expecting to hear Matt Smith's voice. I was not prepared to see him, god damn it. It was like an ex-girlfriend when you run into them. I was over, I was done, I was good, I was ready for a new Doctor, and then Matt Smith came charging back into my life without me expecting it. And just like grabbing my heart and tearing it asunder. Oh my god. When I was watching this with a couple of friends, at this point some other friends who are not Doctor Who fans came round because we were doing some gaming afterwards, but yeah, they just didn't get it. But I'm there just trying to hold back tears that are welling up in my eyes as Clara is hearing from her boyfriend. Oh, it's so hard to let Matt Smith go. Loved Matt Smith. He was so good. He was the broken childlike Doctor. The Doctor had been through so much. He regressed to being his childlike self. And Matt Smith was so, his mannerisms, He is the Doctor. I just don't know if, I just don't know if you can really move on from... Give me one sec, the phone. Hello? It's me. What do you mean? It can't... I just... Shh, just let me talk. I know this is going to be a doozy. It's going to be... hard. But you've all been through this before. Everyone loves Matt Smith. Bow ties are cool. Fezzes are cool. Extending screwdrivers are definitely cool. But it's okay. Doctor Who will still carry on. Doctor Who isn't just Matt Smith. It's all that has come before and all that are going to be coming after. I know change is hard, but it's time. This is going to be one hell of a ride, and Matt Smith has been amazing, but we've got to let him go. He's had his time, and now it's a time for someone brand new. And it's going to take him a little while. He's still finding his feet. He's got big shoes to fill, and I mean Matt Smith's shoes were big. But it's gonna be okay. Because whatever happens, whatever changes go around, you will always be the Doctor. Just like with Christopher Eccleston, Tennant, and all the other changes through the years. The Doctor is still the Doctor. And it's okay. You're not betraying Matt Smith by liking Peter Capaldi. Because the Doctor is always the Doctor. I like Peter Capaldi. I think for just one episode so far, he's done really well. He had to start off being quite Matt Smith-esque and then also very confused. But as the episode went along, he's sort of slowly started understanding himself, getting what he wants out of the character of the Doctor. I think it was summed up really well when finally it was Clara and the Doctor in the TARDIS looking at each other and I'm not your boyfriend. And Clara's like, I know. And the Doctor says, it wasn't your mistake. This is the Doctor that's looking to correct mistakes after the whole Day of the Doctor, Night of the Doctor, all of the Doctor episodes from last year. He is sort of ready to move on and he wants to correct the mistakes he's made. And he's going to be a much more serious Doctor again. I don't think I'm a hugging kind of guy. It's going to be a more serious, but Peter Capaldi really does have humour in him as well. But it's not going to be the same. No Doctor's ever been the same, and they all have humour. It's just the writing style of it. It's just there's always going to be humour. Peter Capaldi seems to be able to do that very well. He's had good one-lines in there. Don't look in that mirror, it's furious! And then the whole eyebrow situation. But also when it came down to the action, he was a bit more like he left Clara. And he did it because he sort of had to. It wouldn't make any sense for him to stay and waste any more time with her in danger. He went off and he sort of went and did the situation. While other Doctors like Matt Smith would have probably just been at that door pounding and panicking. Peter Capaldi just got on with it. I can't wait to see a full episode of him sort of really getting his teeth into the role. And we're getting Dalek straight away, that's going to be quite crazy. But yeah, that was my thoughts of Doctor Who Season 8, I believe. Episode 1. Until next time. TTFN.